So what is one of the Singapore stocks that have came into my watch list over the past few months because we saw some signs of a reversal and there could still potentially be a bit more upside. Hey guys, Joey here, top 10 Rizal trader in Philip Securities. And in this video, I'll be revealing to you one stock that I still like. We are seeing some signs of a reversal. It's still ongoing. There were some signs of the uptrend as well, and even looked good on my system that I have, whereby we had some bullish signals coming back as well. So what stock is that? Well, that stock is none other than iFast. Let me just show you what has happened over the past few months. Somewhere around July, right over here, there were some upside targets that were drawn actually when we kind of broke the $5 critical psychological resistance level right over here. We were at about $5.11. You can see that we were pretty much trading below this $5 level for a year or so, and finally we broke it, and upside targets were drawn all the way to around 570 to 580. So that was somewhere around like July, 27 July, and fast forward to like 26 October, we started to trade higher, we consolidated a little bit, and upside targets was revised higher, right? Just about 2 weeks back when we broke this next resistance at about the $6 level. So we were kind of like consolidating, below $6 from $5.50 to $6 for a while, about 2 or 3 months, and finally that gave way. Upside targets were drawn all the way to $7, and the uptrend actually continued to push higher. So this is iFast, just about 2 weeks back when upside targets were drawn. So the question is, where are we right now, and can there still be more upside? If yes, where can we potentially head to before some selling can come back again? So let's dive into the charts right now to see where we are before we dive into the system that I have to see what it says as well, and if we had any bullish or maybe even bearish signals that have came out over the past few months or maybe past 1 or 2 years, and how it looked after that. Alright, so this is iFast trading at about $7.16 right now, and it seems like we have breached the target that we have drawn about 2 weeks back. That was the $7 target, and that has been breached. Let me just remove this and go ahead to revise the targets even higher. Where can we potentially hit to before some selling can come back again? Well, I think that level would be somewhere around the $8 level. So we're pretty much trading back to where we were just about 2 years back in 2021, whereby we were actually consolidating above this very strong support. Look at this right here, $8. It was like doing from $8 to $10 up and down, and finally when it broke the $8, pretty much the downtrend started. It started heading lower and lower last year due to rate hikes and inflationary pressures and all that. Many of those tech stocks sort of, iFast got affected, as well as it is something like a fintech stock, right? So yeah, it broke that $8, so that was a very key support level we have broken down, and that could potentially be the resistance level. So support turn resistance, that is potentially where we can hit to before some selling can happen again. So why does it look good right now? Well, as I mentioned, right, just a couple of months back, there were some signs of strength because we saw what we call higher lows, right? So we can actually draw what we call an upward sloping channel support line. And you can see this, based on this line, we have formed what we call a higher low, whereby buyers are actually coming back to defend prices and pushing up even higher. It doesn't go lower and lower and then break a support, but buyers came back, all right, and push prices higher. It did not allow prices to actually dip more or maybe back to the previous low, but it just went down a little bit and it started to see that rebound happening. So that's what we call a higher low, and the low became even higher somewhere around here as well, and eventually we broke the $6. The $7 gave way as well, and it seems like we are making our way all the way up to maybe around that $8 mark. So the uptrend looks pretty intact, right, just by looking at the price action alone. And in terms of the moving averages as well, you can see that the moving averages are looking quite positive as well in terms of the 100 days and 200 days moving average. So we have seen the 100 days moving average, the red line, crossing back above the blue line. So there are some signs of the uptrend slowly starting to take shape. I think as long as we stay above that $7 or maybe $6.50 level, eventually the uptrend can form up more firmly. And even the 20 days moving average, the short-term 20 days moving average, you can see that it is kind of like sloping upwards as well. It was pretty much flat. Look at this, right? It was pretty much flat for most part of August, September, and October. Why? Because it was just consolidating sideways below $6. But once it broke the $6, you can see that this 20 days moving average started to slope up quite aggressively, prices above it, so it still look quite good in the short-term trend as well, right? So this is iFast, one of those stocks that we've been looking at, since May, June, July. Some signs of the uptrend, which is still ongoing. Potentially, we might hit to $8, and some selling can happen. We might consolidate below $8 for a while, and after breaking $8, we might even hit back to the previous high at $10. So if you don't know, right, iFast was actually one of my favorite stocks somewhere in 2020, 2021. In fact, was one of those very strong uptrending stock we covered as well in 2020, 2021. We had a couple of very good bullish signals then. Started to push higher, went down, push higher. Very strong uptrend, forming higher lows as well. And we went from like $1 to $2, $3, all the way to $8, $9, $10. And then of course, it turned into a downtrend and we started to hit lower. So now it seems like we are making our way back up again. All right, and that's where potentially you can put it in your watch list as well. So let's take a look at the system that I have. All right, so I have a system called 1GT, One Good Trend, that kind of like alerts us to companies like this and also guides us on entry and exit. All right, so let's take a look at what it says for iFast over the past 1 to 2 years and maybe where we are right now and if there are any bullish or bearish signals. Alright, so this is iFast on my 1GT, One Good Trend system. So if you want to find out a little bit more on my system as well, you can attend one of those free training that we have. It's a free online web class. I'll place the link below this video. Click on it, attend one of our web class whereby I'll share with you the framework or the strategy behind the system, and then we'll dive into some case studies as well into what it says for some of the stocks you're looking at in the system as well. Alright, so attend one of those free web class. The link is right below. Alright, so this is iFast, and it seems like we have a new bullish signals coming out recently. But before I go into that, let me just wait to scroll back and see where we were over the past 2 years. As I mentioned, right, iFast was one of those top stocks in 2020, 2021, one of those strong uptrending stocks. We covered it from like $1 all the way to $10, and that was where you can see the trend bar was green color in June 2020. Very strong bullish signals. These are all green arrows pointing out. These are bullish signals, uptrend. Look at this right here, another bullish signal in 4th of January 2021. Push all the way up, bullish signals coming out. It's started to push up, maybe a little bit of consolidation, but bullish signals coming out again. So it's been pushing quite high all the way from like $1 to like $10. And then what happened? You can see that I mentioned that we turned into a bit of a downtrend. So we booked certain key support levels like the $8. And of course, you can see that the trend bar turned from green to red color. And now we have what we call bearish signals coming back. Look at this, right? This is a red arrow pointing down. It's not good. Another red arrow coming out, another red arrow all the way down, all the way down. So whenever you see like a red arrow coming out after pushing higher for many months, that's where you want to be careful. It can also guide you to get out as well. So that's for iFast. So a bit of a downtrend last year, right? But let's see what happened over the past 1 year or past few months, whereby we saw some strength coming back. So end of last year, there was a bullish signal as well. Started to push up from like 350 to 575, pretty good, right? And then some selling came back, still bearish signals coming out as well. Red arrow came down. But let's see where we are right now. So you can see that since around June to July, that's where we kind of like drawn the targets as well. When it broke the $5, you can see that we actually had some bullish signals coming out as well. So this was like 11th of July, right over here, just below the $5 psychological resistance level. So a few weeks later, pump, right? It broke $5, all the way up. We got an exit. And you can see that the trend bar is turned from red to green as well, and we have started to push even higher. In fact, just last week on 26th of October, we got this new bullish signal coming out as it was just consolidating. As I mentioned, right below the $6 level, we are just going up and down from $5.50 to $6. So not much of a move. We got some exits, and then the bullish signal exits again. But finally, this new bullish signal came out on the 26th of October when we broke the $6 mark, and since then it's been pushing higher all the way to like $7.10 right now. All right, so this is iFast. We are not seeing any exits yet. So an exit would be something like a white arrow pointing down, or maybe even a bearish signal coming out. If you see that, then you might want to be careful. It can guide us to get out as well. But so far as of now, there are no exit. It's still pushing higher. So hopefully we can break the $7.50 to push to $8. $8 if we see an exit signal or maybe a bearish signal, that's where could be guided to get out as well. All right, so it looks quite good. It looks quite good. Uptrend looks pretty intact. We might still be pushing higher as long as we stay above the $7 new support right now. Alright, so you want to find out a little bit more in terms of the system as well, guys. Attend one of those free live web class that we're still running. I'll place the link below it. Alright, that's where I'll share with you a little bit more on the strategy, and you can find out how you can have access to this system as well that not only alerts you to companies like this, but also guides you to not only get in as well, but also to get out as well at the right time. So there we have it, guys. We have come to the end of this video, and I hope you found some value into this new idea that I'd like to share with you that have came to my watch list over the past couple of months. iFast, right? So if you like this video, guys, go ahead and give me a like, smash the subscribe button as well so that you will not miss out on videos like this, and that will really help out the channel as well. So yeah, we'll see whether iFast, continue to push higher and even break the $8. I say if we break $8, great, upside targets can be revised all the way to maybe $9 or even $10, which was the previous high that we've seen in 2021. All right, so Joey here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll place the link below it, all right, to find out how you can access this system or learn more about my strategy. Attend the free web class, the link is below. And if you want to have access to some of our top ideas by WhatsApp daily at no additional cost as well, you can come on board as a client of mine in Philips Securities, where I'm a broker. All right, I'll place the link below as well. That's where we do share ideas like this, not just on iFast, but other stocks as well. You can get it by WhatsApp daily at absolutely no additional charge, especially if you're trading online on your own. You log into your trading account platform, there's no broker, you don't get any service, no ideas, no videos. You definitely want to come on board, right? So the link's right below, click on it. I'll talk to you soon.